San Francisco, 1969. Cities gripped by fear. A killer roamed free, leaving cryptic messages. The police felt powerless. But who was this masked figure, this Zodiac Killer? He claimed credit for multiple murders. Victims, young couples, targeted in the twilight hours. Families shattered, communities panicked. But it was the letters that intrigued everyone. Each one filled with ciphers and threats. A twisted game was unfolding. The first letter, received in early 1969, rattled the police. He wrote about his motives. But something didn't add up. What if his identity was hidden in plain sight? Investigators discovered a link to a series of unsolved murders. Detectives began to piece together a profile. A white male, early 30s. But who could it be? Then, another letter arrived. It contained a cipher. Could it reveal his name? The pressure was mounting. Days turned into weeks. The public was divided. Was this killer an intelligent mastermind, or just a disturbed individual? But here's where things get strange. A breakthrough. A decoded message provided a name. Arthur Lee Allen was suggested. Allen was a suspect. But investigators found no concrete evidence linking him to the crimes. Was this a dead end? Confusion mounted. Witness accounts clashed. One man claimed he saw a different suspect on the night of a murder. Who was telling the truth? As investigators dug deeper, more suspects emerged. Each one had connections to the Zodiac's letters. Then came the infamous 340 cipher. A message that would remain unsolved for decades, taunting everyone involved. The evidence tells a different story. Each lead seemed promising but ultimately fell flat. The killer remained elusive. Detectives faced pressure. The media was relentless. Public interest reached a fever pitch. Would they ever capture the Zodiac? Then, tragedy struck. A young man, mistaken for the Zodiac, was shot by police during a botched attempt to capture him. And then, silence. The Zodiac Killer seemed to fade into the background. No letters, no sightings, just fear lingering. Years passed. The case grew cold. New detectives took over, but the ghosts of the past lingered. Who could solve this mystery? But here's where things get strange again. A new generation of amateur sleuths emerged. They were determined to crack the Zodiac code. They dissected the killer's letters, uncovering possible clues left behind. Could they finally unmask the Zodiac? On July 4, 2020, a group solved the 340 cipher. The message revealed chilling details, igniting public interest once more. The decoded message hinted at a location. Was it a lead? Hope soared, yet nothing was found there. Still, the question lingered. Who was the Zodiac? Was it Allen or someone else entirely? Evidence remained circumstantial. With each passing year, witness accounts became less reliable. Yet new theories emerged, each more bizarre than the last. Some believed the Zodiac was still alive, hiding in plain sight. Others claimed he had long since passed. Another theory pointed towards a former police officer. His connections ran deep, but evidence remained elusive. But nobody was prepared for what came next. A new documentary sparked debates, reigniting interest in the case once more. Documentaries can complicate cases. New perspectives can confuse. Each theory adds layers, but what if none are true? With every passing day, the Zodiac slipped further away. But what if someone knew more, hiding in the shadows? The evidence tells a different story. Each clue raised more questions. Where does one lead end and another begin? But as detectives turned cold cases, they discovered connections to other cities. Were there more victims than recorded? Then, in a small town, letters identical to the Zodiac's were found during a renovation. Had they uncovered another clue? More investigations followed, but ties to the Zodiac remained tenuous. The original mystery continued to unfurl its tangled threads. Despite new leads, frustration mounted. Investigators often returned to the same question: who was the Zodiac? If you're intrigued by this mystery, please like the video and subscribe for more deep dives. Every like brings us closer to the truth. As the years turned, new technologies emerged. Cold case units began examining evidence with fresh eyes. Could this be the breakthrough needed? Genetic genealogy became key. A new technique that could trace ancestry through DNA. Was this the way to uncover the Zodiac's identity? But complications arose. Family trees branched out widely. Could investigators really confirm the killer's identity through this method? Then in 2021, a name surfaced. Possible suspect linked to DNA evidence. The Zodiac's real identity seemed closer. Or was it just another dead end? As evidence mounted, public interest surged once more. Discussions ignited online, theories resurfaced. Was the truth finally within reach? But the question remains. If this suspect is identified, will the truth set the Zodiac free or finally bring justice? As we look back at the Zodiac's chilling legacy, questions linger. Was he simply a monster or a product of his time? What lessons can we learn from the Zodiac story? Each detail uncovers societal issues that still resonate today. As new information surfaces, older theories fade away. What will become of the Zodiac now? Will we ever know the truth? The Zodiac case reminds us of the fragility of justice. Each unanswered question leaves a mark on history, waiting for resolution. As the years pass, the legacy of the Zodiac continues to shape discussions around crime and justice. What will future generations learn? Yet, even as years fade, memories linger. The Zodiac's actions echo, beckoning for those with the courage to confront them. And then came the digital age. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for theories, fueling the hunt for the Zodiac. In this age of information, amateur detectives gained prominence. Were they helping or hindering the investigation? The digital footprints left by investigators also added layers of complexity to the case. Could technology catch a ghost? Amidst this chaos, a new theory emerged. A connection to a former suspect, now a recluse, catching the attention of investigators. Each piece of evidence sparked more questions. Was he really the Zodiac, or just another victim of circumstance? The divide grew deeper. Conflicting theories clashed in online forums. Everyone had an opinion, but no one had the answer. As technology advanced, some thought the Zodiac case would finally close. Could a breakthrough be just around the corner? But every advancement raised new questions. What if the Zodiac had outsmarted the system, leaving no trace behind? Then, in late 2022, social media lit up. A user claimed to have proof of the Zodiac's identity. Was it real? Skepticism surged. Could this be a hoax, or were we on the verge of uncovering a concealed truth about the Zodiac? As investigations continued, more names surfaced. Each potential suspect had a story, but no conclusive evidence. Each day, the mystery deepened. Could the Zodiac have left clues within the codes? Or were they just distractions? With each new uncovering, the chilling notion persisted: the Zodiac might still be among us, laughing at our futile search. As we reflect on the Zodiac's haunting legacy, a chilling reminder: some mysteries remain unsolved for a reason. The chilling reality is that this case isn't just about a killer, it's about the fear he instilled and the lives forever changed. As we close this chapter, questions linger. Will we ever truly understand the mind of the Zodiac Killer? The truth remains elusive. If it wasn't an accident, who is the Zodiac? Each twist leads to more questions. People will still search. New theories will emerge. It's the nature of humanity to seek clarity amid chaos. As we dig deeper into the past, we might find that the Zodiac knows more than we think. Are we just scratching the surface? We've unraveled layers, yet many remain tightly wound. The Zodiac story isn't finished. It continues to evolve, forever haunting. The Zodiac Killer remains an enigma. A ghost lurking, teaching us about vigilance, fear, and the need for justice. So if it wasn't an accident, what really happened that night? The truth may forever elude us. This was Undercurrent Files. If you appreciated this deep dive into the Zodiac's haunting legacy, please like, subscribe, and enable notifications for more mysteries. Until next time.